Now with the rains, if you're just fed up eating Maggi and just watching Maggi recipes, then maybe try this recipe. This is Peri Peri Chicken and rice and it is very nice. इसे बनाने में और खाने में एक अलग ही नशा है. You'll get really good sleep after eating this. Not forever, for some time. And guarantee है कि खाने वाले जरूर तालियां बजाएंगे. ठीक है, तालियों के लिए पहले रेसिपी बना लो. We're gonna start off with making the peri peri spice. We're gonna take all these herbs and spices into a blender and just mix it all up. थोड़ा सा sugar डाला है and for the acidity I'm gonna add some citric acid. When I'm making a dry spice powder, citric acid helps in give that lemon juice acidity. So it's that simple. This is the peri peri powder. You can store this in glass bottles and keep it. मैं usually fridge में रखता हूँ because during the rains it kind of pulls in all the moisture and becomes very cakey. तो fridge में temperature थोड़ा controlled रहता है. It stays nice and fresh. Trust me. Oh my god, that spice में टेस्ट में एकदम बाजार जैसा है. Maybe a little more spicy. थोड़ा आप कम ज़्यादा कर सकते हैं in the spice levels. For the people who said कि thank you for the peri peri masala, great. And for the people who are going to comment and say एक peri peri masala बनाने के लिए 200 रुपए की चीजें खरीदनी पड़ती है. You are right as well. आपको नहीं बनाना है तो store bought peri peri powder खरीद लो. Simple. Next step, we're going to start with marinating the chicken. We're going to take about 2 tablespoons of the peri peri spice we had made, add a little bit of olive oil to this and just mix this up into a paste. I'm using chicken leg pieces for this because when you cook it with the rice, it'll stay really nice and juicy. Just mix this all up and make sure all that spice is coating the chicken really nicely. Give it a nice massage and just cover it and let this marinate outside for about 20 minutes. In that 20 minutes, we're going to start up with all our prep work. Make sure you prep everything and keep it ready so that the cooking process becomes much more smoother and much more faster. So chop up all the peppers. We also need some chopped onions, some chopped garlic and some chopped green chilies. For the rice, I'm using some basmati rice, but you can use any rice that you want. And once all your prep is done, we can go ahead and start with the cooking process. And before we dive into that, I just want to share the cookware that I use in my videos. This is a Stahl Artisan Hybrid Series tri-ply stainless steel cookware that is perfect for every home. You get a pan, a kadai and a tawa in this series with which you can just make a variety of recipes. It also has this unique hexa-rich technology which is etched on the surface of the pan, which not only makes it stick resistant but also metal spoon friendly. I've shared some more details about these cookwares in the description below. You can also use this coupon code to get an additional discount. Let's continue with the recipe. I'm just going to heat up some oil in the pan. Make sure you get it really nice and hot and we're going to start searing the chicken. The point is to not cook the chicken all the way through. We just want some color on both sides of the chicken and that's about it. Once you get the charring happening, just take it out into a plate and keep this aside. Next, in a kadhai, we're going to heat up some oil along with some butter. You can obviously reduce the quantity of oil and butter if you want. Into this, we're going to add the chopped onions along with some chopped garlic and green chilies and fry this really nice and slowly. Do this on really low heat. You don't want the onions to color at all. Just let it sweat really nice and slowly. Once the onions go really nice and pale, it's time to add the peppers that we had chopped. I'm just using yellow and red bell peppers. If you want to use capsicum, you can use that as well. Add some more of that peri peri spice, little bit of salt and just saute this on medium heat for a couple of minutes. Next, we're going to add the tomato puree into this. This is canned tomato puree, but if you want, you can just blitz up a tomato and add into this. Cook this on medium heat for another 2 minutes. Next, it's time to add the basmati rice. I've just washed the basmati rice and drained it off, not soaked it at all. Do this part very gently. You don't want to break the rice. बस इसे अच्छे से एक बार mix कर लेते हैं with all the things that are frying. I'm also going to add a little bit of parsley to this at this time. So yes, gently mix this up and then it's time to add the stock. If you're not using chicken stock, just add some water. That will work perfectly fine as well. Now here's a tip on how much water. A most common question कि पानी कितना डालते हैं? I have a small trick that I use which works almost every time. Hotels and restaurant में सीखा था, which is using just this one finger. अगर rice का level is just touching the tip of your finger, then the water level should be at the first knuckle. This part over here, right? लेकिन थोड़ा सा उससे कम डालेंगे because chicken में जाएगा, इसमें chicken भी पानी छोड़ेगा, so the water from the chicken will get released and the water quantity will increase a bit. So we're just gonna add a little less water and that's about it. So with that step, this is done. We're just gonna add the fried chicken on top over here like this. Also taste the water. If you feel you need to add a little more salt, please go ahead and do that. Now don't get into your phone and completely forget about this. Come back after some time and keep an eye on it. It takes about 10 minutes to cook and 2 minutes to finish. So
Come back, okay? Don't forget, this is cooking. Come back.
And trust me, as this cooks, the aroma that fills up the whole house is just incredible. If the aroma doesn't get you hungry, as soon as you open the lid, you will definitely be hungry. And also let it sit for at least 10 minutes so that any extra water is just absorbed by the rice. And that's about it. I'm just going to garnish the top with some chopped parsley, and that's the recipe, my friends. I've shared a detailed recipe for this in the description below, so do check it out. And if you're watching till here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon. I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.